Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, starring Hollywood House. This is the People's Podcast. Hey, guys, you already know who it is. It's your boy, Con, ready to get at work. When it comes to this professional wrestling business, that is what we do, and hey, we love it. So let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's all right. We're on Google Play, anywhere that you guys are. We can get to you, and it is time for us to look at the clock. I'm checking the time because the last time that I checked, In Your House was the hottest professional wrestling podcast in the Midwest, because we hit you with that work round the clock. You guys already know what it is, and you guys already know who I am, and that is the director of Hollywood House, ready to do another jam-packed and exciting episode of the podcast that you love to love, and that is In Your House. And yo, it's time to talk a little wrestling with a hip-hop feel, hitting you with those LA vibes. We're back. We're going to give it to you, Jack. We're going to give it to you in your house. And that's exactly how we intend to give it to you. And that's in your house and in your car and when you're at work and when you're picking up the kids from school, anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. And of course, we're here to give you another jam-packed and exciting episode of In Your House, where we talk all things professional wrestling, from the indies all the way up to the big leagues. And you know it's going to be a movie, Jack, and it's always going to be a movie when we bring you a new episode of In Your House. And you know, we bring you that drama, we bring you that controversy, we bring you that conversation, and of course, we got to have content more than anything else. We got to have content. So with that being said, that's the perfect segue for me to bring in my co-host, my producer, my boy, my dog, and that is the curator of chaos. But here at In Your House, he's the curator of content, and that is the marvelous Mr. Bell. How's it going this week, bro?
Yo, what up, household? What up? If you didn't hear that, I am the marvelous Mr. Bell. I am the Farnsworth Bentley to the man, the myth, the legend, the director, Hollywood House's P. Diddy. I am the marvelous Mr. Bell, curator Bell. I am here to curate content, whether that causes a little chaos. Who cares? That's what we're here to do. And we're here to talk about a little bit of wrestling. So, yo, Con, how has your week been? I know mine has been pretty great. It's been marvelous, if I can't say so myself.
Man, mine was good, man. I was off from work. I took the week off to be home with the kids while they're on fall break. And, you know, we just chilled out and watched a whole lot of Simpsons Halloween specials. You know, it's about that time. It's that time of year. We get into this. We here in the spooky season. You know, we here in the spooky season. Woo! You know, so did that. Went to a pumpkin patch with my youngest because she'd never been to a pumpkin patch before. Then had a Halloween party. And I don't know if y'all saw on my social media, but I was trying to talk some sense into Kanye West, and he wasn't having any of it, bro.
I don't know if there's any help in Kanye right now. I'm still yet to claim him at the moment, and we're gonna keep it that way because man, he's a genius, but I can't claim him.
Man, the man's a genius. He's a genius that's misunderstood. And man, we are here at In Your House to be understood, and that is have an understanding with you guys out there, of course, the household, and talk some professional wrestling. Now, of course, there's a whole lot to talk about. Of course, we got the elephant in the room, Bell, from this past Friday's SmackDown. When you guys listen to this, it's going to be on Monday morning, so we're going to talk a little Monday Night Raw. Exactly, it's Monday. But this past Friday, a good episode of SmackDown, but most notably, the return of Bray Wyatt. And a little bit later, Bell, we're going to talk about that.
Ooh, Bray Wyatt. I can't
Yes.
wait. It's going to get a little, speaking of spooky, man, it's going to get a little spooky up in here as we talk the former Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt.
Yes. Yes, and we're gonna try to figure out who this man is now and what is going to be happening. But of course, we're going to talk about that later because, as me and Bell already said, it's Monday, and of course, the tradition of every single Monday for the past I don't know how many years is that you can pretty much guarantee that is Monday Night Raw tonight. So, of
Mm-hmm.
course, because it is Monday Night Raw, we got to talk about it. We got some things to preview. And we have another interesting topic. It's a jam-packed episode, y'all. I just want y'all to know that this is a jam-packed episode of In Your House, and we do appreciate y'all's patronage over on the Facebook page. You guys are really pushing hard on that, and we truly appreciate y'all. You guys are pushing hard on these downloads here on the podcast, and we truly appreciate y'all for that. You know, we pushing our 4th year here at In Your House, and that's gonna come in February, y'all. That's gonna come in February. I'm proud. I'm very proud. 4 years In Your House, and that's starting to become another wrestling tradition, as is Monday Night Raw every single Monday. So, Bell, we got to talk some Monday Night Raw, and you got a preview for us, man. Why don't we go ahead and I'll have you go ahead and push through that preview, and we'll go ahead and discuss it, bro.
Alrighty. So looks like this today, Monday Night Raw, according to WWE.com, we will have Elias will make his Smash return, so we will see the return of Elias.
That'll be cool.
Gallows and Anderson look to educate the Alpha Academy in the ways of the OC. So
the original club.
Yeah,
yep.
We get to see the OC, even though
that'll be cool.
Are they original? Like I
have
know. Questions. I don't know.
I always think Orange County, but let's go. Let's keep going.
Yeah, we will also see Dexter Lumis as he takes on the Miz and gets a Raw contract if he defeats the A-lister.
But if he loses, he has to go away, right?
He has to go away forever. Which,
okay,
man, I'm pulling for Dexter Lumis. I love my artist. I love my artist. I love
his whole character.
He's a little kidnappy, but I still love my artist. We will also see Matt Riddle challenge Seth Rollins for the United States Championship, which I'm sure this will be a banger, especially after their already trilogy with Matt Riddle coming out victorious in the fight pit. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. We will also see Brock Lesnar on Raw tonight. So isn't that that's popping a rating right there. So
I like it. That seems like a pretty solid episode, man. So I go back and I look at this Raw preview, and I most notably go back to Matt Riddle going up against Seth Rollins for the United States Championship.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a banger of a match. But then I ask myself, because I feel like we were both in agreement that this feud needed to end after the fight pit.
I'm not mad at this,
and now they're gonna do it. That's the thing. I feel like there's more on the line.
Yeah,
I feel like there's more on the line now. The United States, it brings a different element. That's what I was getting to. I was basically taking accountability for what we said, but then so now there's a different layer onto what this is with the United States Championship, and that's exactly what I was getting to, Bell.
This isn't just, hey, let's throw these two guys in a match because they've been working together. This is no, Matt Riddle, he got a win in the fight pit. He got a win in the fight pit, and then Seth Rollins turns around and somehow gets a win over Bobby Lashley, with the help of Brock Lesnar, but that's neither here nor there.
Just a little help. Just a smidgen.
So Matt Riddle, in that sense, he does he deserves his chance because he beat the champion, the current champion. He was the last to beat the current champion. So let's see how this plays out. I feel like this is going to lead Matt Riddle in a different direction. and maybe even Seth Rollins in a different direction, or maybe they'll just be clashing a little bit more, which I won't hate, as long as they can up the ante, even more and more, if they're going to keep doing this, because the
That's
levels of
the yeah.
intensity have been really well thought out. And I I think what I love about this is that we are getting to a point in wrestling again where guys are telling stories over months times, and we haven't had that in a really long time, I don't think. Like quick, I know everybody wants to see everybody's dream match, but like, let's
Mm-hmm.
see like, I'm not mad at these guys doing a series and working a whole year together and telling me a
Yeah.
great story at the same time. This isn't boring, is what I'm getting
Yeah.
at. I
Yeah. It
Yeah,
doesn't
that
feel stale yet.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the fact that they've done this for so long and they've managed to keep it fresh really is a testament to the storytelling that is going on between Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. And I for one appreciate that, and I enjoy what I'm seeing between these two, because it seems like every time these two go up against each other, it's magic. And you talk about a magic maker. I think of somebody like The Miz, who is somebody that is great at taking whatever he's involved in and making it relevant. And I really credit him. Not to say that Dexter Loomis isn't doing his part, because he absolutely is.
Oh
And I
yeah.
love what's going on with Dexter Loomis. It's fantastic. But for the Miz to take on this role and kind of be like the guy that he's chasing and bring that element of entertainment to what him and Dexter Loomis is doing, I really appreciate what Miz is doing, and I really think that Miz is going to do the honors tonight and let Dexter Loomis and have Dexter Loomis win, get that contract, and then we'll see what's next for Dexter Loomis on Raw as a member of the main roster. What are your thoughts on this match tonight and this somewhat feud that's been going on between Dexter Loomis and The Miz?
This is absolutely not the end of Dexter Loomis, and if it is, I'm boycotting WWE, just straight up, because but this could not be the end of Dexter Loomis. He is my favorite future serial killer or current serial killer. And, like, I love every bit of this, and you cannot take this off my TV, because this is like the third best thing in WWE right now,
A lot
and
of good stuff going on.
right behind Seth Rollins, and then obviously right behind the Bloodline itself and Sami
Sami
Zayn.
Zayn, my
Yeah, so
God.
like, and that's just promising. That's promising that we have three good stories going on just right off rip, right? Right
Yeah,
off
yeah, no
rip.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt. This is okay. So this is what we're seeing, and I'm starting to kind of see it unfold right in front of me now that we're kind of putting it all together. It This is something that I've called for, Bell, for for years on this podcast. Is you have great talent. You
Mm-hmm.
have the best talent you have the best talent in the world.
Yeah.
The best talent in the world from all around the world. But why don't we care about them? Bell, I care about these people now.
Yes, you have no
This is
choice
where we
not to.
going.
Even something, even with the the Judgment Day right now, we didn't even mention them. What are they?
Oh
What's
yeah.
their reaction going to be to Rey Mysterio no longer being on Raw? What
Yeah.
direction did they go? How is Dominic going to torture his father and suffice his daddy kink? The world may never know, or we may not know for another season, and I can't wait to find this out.
I agree with you there. And honestly, if I could talk about that for a quick second, was I went back and I watched the segment between Triple H and Ray, and man, I'm telling you, like, them emotions, bro, was heavy. They played it really, really well. And even when he said, "I quit," you can hear the crowd go like, they're like, oh,
Yeah,
like I was like, they got them with a backstage segment. Like, they got them
yeah.
with a
No, they got
backstage
me. They
segment.
got me with a
That's
backstage.
good shit, dog.
Yes, I was compelled, and like I'm just so happy that we're seeing this again
Yes.
on WWE programming. Maybe the other
Yes.
wrestling programming take some hints from this. But that we're not talking about them right now. We're talking about good things right now in WWE, and we're not hating on anybody because it's not what we do here.
Nah, it's not like that. It's
No.
not like that. But I don't disagree.
Yeah,
but the point is that they're doing such epic storytelling, dog. Like, I'm really enjoying it, and it was a great explanation. Like, hey, don't quit, man. You know, you mean a lot to this company. Let's try to figure this out. And then all of a sudden shows up on their social media. Breaking news: Rey Mysterio has been moved to Friday Night SmackDown. Which
Right.
which I will say, if the lines are blurred, what's stopping Judgment Day from going over and whooping his ass on SmackDown? But I appreciate the storytelling. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate the effort in storytelling for them to do that, and I'm interested to see what they do next with this. And I think what they're trying to do is keep them away from each other until WrestleMania.
Maybe that might be the thing. That may be a thing. And as you said, I'm interested in where they're going to lead with this, how they deal with the constraints that may be with if they are going to respect the brand split, and things like that. Hopefully we'll find out more and more in this Raw. Also, I want to mention WWE news-wise. Today it has been announced that the Day 1 pay-per-view is being scrapped.
Oh yes, thank you for bringing that up. Yes,
yeah, I didn't want to miss this. They said it was because of the football schedule as a whole that's going on right now. There was constraints in the Atlanta Dome as to if they were going to be able to hold the event. They had pre-football constraints that kept them from being able to host the event. So as of right now, Day 1 is done. Or at least as reports are announced. So tickets were supposed to go on sale a few weeks ago, if that's any indicator, and they have not. So we will have a 63-day gap in between the Royal Rumble and
Survivor Series.
Yes. So it'll be an interesting time in WWE.
You know, I wonder if they try to pull one of those old AEW moves and try to make like a Monday Night Raw or a Friday Night SmackDown like a super special show in between then, or maybe even a glorified house show. You know, so just something to think about. It'd be cool to see them do like a Starcade or something like that. That'd be interesting. Just a thought. Maybe just make something like a house show or a Raw or SmackDown and just make it big. And we know AEW is known to use that formula, which I think works really well.
I'm sure that WWE will find something. And they have facilities to utilize. So let's not say that they won't use the Performance Center again to host something or during that time, or find a venue in between. It's not like somebody will host the WWE in an event.
Oh, yeah.
Even if they just say, "Hey, can we throw this on right now?" Somebody would be like, "Yeah, pick me." Like Indianapolis. I'm just saying, throw that out there.
Just saying, come on, come on, bring something here. Something here.
Yeah, bring it to Pat, man. Don't make him travel so much. Then he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. All right, man. So like we're talking a little Monday Night Raw. Of course, we threw the news in there that Day 1 is canceled. That was supposed to be going down in Atlanta, Georgia, and now it's Day 0. So we still got Monday Night Raw to talk about, and now we're going to see the return of Elias, which is going to be very interesting. They had him off TV for a while for what I can only assume is for him to grow his beard back, right? I mean, that makes sense, right? But
you think he'll be bearded?
Now he's coming back.
Where's his brother? Is his brother not coming with him? His brothers.
I know. Like, are we gonna have Elias and Ezekiel? Is it just Elias? A lot of elements as far as what it's gonna be like to see Elias. Ezra? I can't. There was another one.
I don't know. There was a third brother. That we
I know there was a little. I think there was a little brother, and then I think there was his dad.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
his mom.
yeah.
It's wild.
That
It's
family got
wild
strong
stuff.
genes.
The super strong genes, bro. I'm
That
trying to tell
tree
you,
that tree
super
looked
strong
like it just
genes.
go up.
All the way, man. I'm trying to tell you. And this episode and this episode of Monday Night Raw seems like it's gonna go all the way up. Like you said, uh, the return of Gallows and Anderson, and I think it's really interesting. What is really interesting to me about the OC situation with Gallows and Anderson is that um Anderson is still able to be an open weight champion with New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's still scheduled to do Wrestle Kingdom, and that is steps. I mean, it's big steps for the WWE as far as breaking open what the term that people love to say earlier this year, but you don't hear too much of it right now, and that's the forbidden door.
I'm just look. So I think that yeah, you you guys know household. You guys know. We've all seen the meme of Triple H with the Thanos glove.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what he activated another power in the Thanos glove, and look, he reaching his own hand to New Japan. The the big news is that a few months ago it was reported that New Japan and WWE had a good working relationship as far as talking and being communicative between each other. So I think that will go on leading forward. Also in the news, it has been reported, obviously, that CMLL and New Japan don't have a very good working relationship, as well as AAA don't have the best communicative working relationship with New Japan. So New
yeah,
Japan's out there putting its feelers out there, and WWE's like, hey, you come over here. Yeah,
yeah, for
we'll
sure.
treat you better than that. Those other guys just that don't know what they're doing yet. We already have the foundation.
I like to see promotions playing ball, man.
Yeah,
I like to see promotions playing ball.
absolutely. And I think this also leads into WWE's global expansion that they're doing
Yeah,
right now, anyways. Where we may not see a day one here in the United States, they may project, or they may want to move that to an international event. And we already know that is what WWE's goal is here in the future,
yeah,
is not to just be a domestic product, which they are not, to be an international global product. um
yes.
and we will see more of that, and as we see more of that, we'll probably see them leave, you know AEW in the
American soil.
well, I was gonna say, I was just gonna say AEW in the dust, as far as like things that they can, um, that they are able to produce and doing. So
And the scope that they will create by becoming international as
yeah,
well, which
yeah,
I think is very, very important to note, because that what are we doing here? We're here to get exposure. You know what I mean? We're here to have more people know what we're doing. Here to have more people rock with what we're doing, and not just like what we're doing, but stay liking what we're doing. So like, I think that that's the name of the game, and I
right,
think that right now, as far as American promotions, WWE easily has that on the chokehold, far away from any other from any other promotion. And if you think I'm sucking WWE's ass, you could either go back and listen to the old episodes, or you could just turn the podcast off. But I'm just giving you facts. You know what I'm saying?
look,
Like,
we gonna
I'm
tell
just
you
giving you
what's
the
good
real,
is
and they got
good.
it on the chokehold.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
they really do. And look, I the only reason I brought that up is because it is to say that AEW will have work to do in the future, as it hopefully gets its locker room straight and things like that. That they will have work to do in the future if they want to really compete with the brand that is WWE right now, because all systems are going, and woo, boys are going to the moon, to Mars.
Absolutely,
I'm
man.
sorry,
And
to
that's
we already been to the moon, allegedly.
beyond,
Go, yeah,
beyond.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the point is that WWE is now in a position to meet the potential that so many people were frustrated that they weren't meeting that turned to AEW,
Yeah.
I was one of them. I was one of them. I can say that honestly, that I was looking for something else besides WWE because I just felt like they weren't meeting their full potential. And now what so many people, not just myself on this podcast, but so many people that also enjoy professional wrestling have said, when WWE is good, it's great. When they put their best foot forward, they're the best wrestling company out there. It just for so many years they weren't putting their best foot forward. They just couldn't figure it out, you know. But now we've hit somewhat of a happy medium right now with the WWE, with the new regime, as far as Triple H and everything that he's doing, and the presentation that he's giving to WWE. And it's a case of, this is what happens when we're able to use our talent to their full potential and not just phone it in every show except for big shows, because people spend a lot of good money to go to these shows. They spend a lot of good money to come out on a Monday night. They probably got work the next day. You know what I'm saying? Friday, not so much. But the point of the matter is, like, they're taking their time and their hard-earned money to come. And for the longest time, Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, unless it was a go-home show or the Raw after WrestleMania or the SmackDown after WrestleMania, you was just giving them the bare minimum. I
Right.
mean, it just seems like why I've said it before on this podcast. Why do I want to get off from work on a Monday if I'm not taking the time off? Pack up my family. I have a family, but maybe you don't. Maybe you guys out there don't, but still,
Even
you got to
just to
go
pack
to
up
your
yourself, man. Like
exactly.
sometimes to get yourself motivated to go anywhere is a chore. I'm just saying, like that's real life.
Exactly. That's real life. So then you got to go hit whatever major city, that is popping off at, unless you live in said major city. Go there, find your seat, spend money on food is more expensive. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm and to sit down and to be insulted with a lackluster wrestling show when this is supposed to be the best wrestling company in the world. So like, this is what happens when you put your best foot forward, and that's what we're seeing now with with Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown under the Triple H regime.
Yeah, exactly. I earlier you said it was something that they couldn't do before, and they could have done it had it not been for a, a very very stubborn individual. I think that was set in his ways, and now we're seeing that most of us were right when we were said, "Hey, said individual is the reason is the blockade right now." I think
Yeah.
they have the individuals there that hear us and are in tune and in tap with what the culture is asking for.
Finger on the pulse.
Yep.
That's what it is. And like, you talked a little bit earlier about what was missing, and specific another American company, and that's AEW, and what they're doing, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, or how they can catch up to WWE at this point in time. And I found that to be interesting because I actually came up on a very interesting excerpt that I think that I feel like we should discuss. And it's from a very polarizing individuals podcast, and that's Jim Cornette.
Ooh.
And yeah, we're gonna talk a little Jim Cornette here on In Your House. And he was talking about a current AEW title holder, more specifically the TNT champion, and that's Wardlow. And he was heavily advising Wardlow join the WWE as soon as possible. I'll go ahead and get into some of the specifics as far as what Cornette said. He said, "Quote, I can tell you I can tell you in a heartbeat, Wardlow, you wouldn't like living in Connecticut, but you don't have to work in the office. You can live anywhere in the country you want and work for the WWE." And
Okay.
Wardlow's goal, especially with what's been done to him over the last 3 months, should be get the F to the WWE as quickly as possible. Uh, Also going on to say he has the size, he has the look, he can talk enough. Now that he'll get better, and WWE has a tailor-made place for them to get him over if they were interested. And I don't know why they wouldn't with his various attributes. And they would know a more focused approach than bringing him out on TV and the people going crazy for him, and then him winning a program, and then either hiding him or teaming him up with multiple other people. Or the other night, they put him in the match with effing Brian Cage, who physically makes him look less impressive and is so rotten. Which what we'll talk about a little in the program here in a little while. Just diminishes the guy even when he's beaten him. People get up now for the power bombs, not as much as they were, but they're still up for those. They were they were goddamn molten for the power bombs 3 months ago. Now they still like them, and they're making the fans effing trudge through goddamn high water to get to the power bombs with Wardlow. So a lot to unpack here as far as what Cornette said and his thoughts as far as the presentation of Wardlow with AEW and the direction that the more targeted direction that he thinks Wardlow would have if he were to go to the WWE. So I thought that was very interesting because we on this podcast have had a lot of thoughts on Wardlow and his current positioning with AEW. So now that that's out there in the open, man, I put it out there for you to kind of listen to. What's your thoughts on Jim Cornette's opinions as far as Wardlow and him going to the WWE?
Why is Jim Cornette right more often than not about a lot of things? Now he ain't right about everything, but
Right.
he right about a lot of things, man. And he's definitely right in this. Like we said it before. And I think we even said it before this point when after he ended his feud with MJF, you and I both said, "Man, I'm really worried about where he goes from here." And
Yeah. Yeah.
it didn't get no better because he started off with "This is Wardlow's world," and I still think that's dumb as fuck. Excuse my language, but it's stupid, so stupid, and he is better than this. Like, don't make yourself a catchphrase. You're a freaking monster. Make yourself
Yeah.
a monster. You know, people do pop for that Powerbomb Symphony because it's absolutely major. You know,
Yeah.
um, just stick with that. I didn't love him going against Brian Cage the last week either, because they're also making Brian Cage look really stupid. Now I understand he's what's the faction that he's in with the Prince or whatever. Like I
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That to tell you all you need to
That's
know,
how
man.
relevant that is.
And I
And
like
that's
Prince
how
Nana.
relevant Brian Cage is at the moment. And they're not using those guys well. Just on the flip side of how you maybe use big guys is I don't know if you saw SmackDown this past week
Yeah.
and you saw the clips of how they have been maybe people didn't understand this past few weeks, but like you've been offsetting building Omos and offsetting
Yeah.
building Braun Strowman just for them to clash, and we saw them. We saw that they want to have an interaction with each other this
Yeah.
past weekend, and we got to see the seeds of that starting to build, which I absolutely love. Why wouldn't AEW do something like that with some big guys like that they have? Like I don't know. I
Well,
don't think
that's
that they're using the TNT title properly, and I don't think they're using Wardlow properly. I don't think they know truly how to use him because he's a new talent, and sometimes they don't know how to use those things. They're getting the Acclaimed extra right, scissor me
yeah.
daddy
Oh
all
yeah.
day, right?
Oh yeah. That's
But
working.
but I think they don't know how to use a traditional big man in a solid way. They know how to use gimmicky people, and I hate saying that like that. But like they do need to find out how to use shoot people a little bit better. It's working for Moxley. You just kind of
Yeah.
gotta you keep the formula kind of go, but don't oversaturate it, and don't make it the exact same thing. But this is something they need to fix, and Cornette is absolutely right.
So would you rather AEW or Wardlow? I guess it would be his decision if his contract expired and he didn't renew. Would you rather see Wardlow in the AEW experiment and kind of see him pop up over at WWE and see what a run for him there would look like?
I would like for him to explore the best option for him
Yeah,
always 100.
for sure.
And if AEW doesn't fix some things quickly, they're going to start losing people, and it's not going to matter anymore. Well, everybody will go back to the one company again.
Yeah.
I think but time will tell. Only time will tell
Yeah.
with that. So
For sure. I think there was some positives from last week's AEW. I really enjoyed Page's promo that he cut
that was good.
there in the ring to promote his match with Moxley, which is coming up this week in Cincinnati over on AEW Dynamite. So that'll be cool. And they're doing a couple things, but like you said, right now WWE kind of has things on a chokehold right now. A lot of they're bringing back a lot of good talent. They're putting them in prevalent spots, and it doesn't feel like these new people that are getting brought back to the WWE are getting lost in the shuffle in such a way that we've seen AEW's formula, where it's just like, hey, let's have this person return just for the pop, and then do
Big pop
absolutely
debut
nothing with
and
them.
then nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So
No,
you gotta have plans after that.
not to say that there aren't shining points in AEW. Paige, I think they're starting to use her correctly in this way.
Yeah,
Like I said, Moxley is money. The way they're using Moxley right now, and he is solidified as the head of the company basically, which
yeah.
as he should be, at least until the elite come back in some way. And also shout out Kenny Omega, happy birthday. In your house will tell you
Right
happy
on.
birthday even if AEW doesn't. So
Oh man, yes, man. It's a lot of stuff going on in wrestling and a lot of stuff to unpack, man. And I just thought this Wardlow conversation was real interesting, and I wanted to kind of go over that with you and the household, man.
yeah, absolutely. How they
Yeah,
deal with people like Wardlow will dictate AEW's future. And if they don't start getting these people right in some manner, like their product's going to get stale and it's going to become the same thing. John Moxley will only have so many people that he can fight and it be absolutely compelling, even
yeah,
as a compelling of a person as he is.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's my fear.
I get you. I totally feel where you're coming from, and yeah, it seems like we've said before, it seems like we've been pretty critical of AEW, but it's just because we want to see them do well, because we actually do want to see all wrestling do well.
Yeah.
And once again, if you guys listen to the old episodes, if you guys care to go back and listen to some of these past episodes, so many episodes, about 240, you can see we've critiqued WWE heavily. We've critiqued AEW. We're not just picking one side here. When something needs to be critiqued, we critique it, and we just keep it a band when we do it.
Yeah.
And hey, man, speaking of a band, man, we got to make a band real quick because we got to take a break.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hit this lick and pay some bills and we'll come back, right?
Right on, man. Of course, we're going to come back. And when we do come back, we're going to talk about this past Friday night on SmackDown, where Bray Wyatt made his return to WWE television. And that's when we come back. Hey guys, it's your boy, the Director, Con House of In Your House, and I'm here to let you know about a small business that produces beard products and also supports small stage, independent, professional wrestling stars. It's called Ring Master Beard Company. Try one of their several scents, beard oils, balms, or mustache wax, and keep your beard looking and feeling sweet. Purchase your favorite wrestlers or personalities' personalized scent, and they receive a portion of each sale. And with that being said, don't forget to pick up a bottle of The Director an Alakan house special. Your boy, a blend of eucalyptus, mint, and tea tree oil. Have your beard feeling fresh, have your beard feeling smooth, just like your boy, the director. Follow Ringmaster Beard Company on Twitter and Instagram at Ringmaster Beard, or on their Facebook page, and that is Ringmaster Beard Company. Check it out. Get your beard cream, hit your beard with that. Because sometimes being a master in the ring means mastering your beard. Welcome back to In Your House, and of course, I am your director, Holly Woodhouse, sitting in with the curator of content here at In Your House. That's the curator of the set, and that is the marvelous Mr. Bell. We're having a great conversation here on this Monday afternoon, and that's exactly when this episode's going to come to y'all. But before we get into this next thing that we want to talk about, which of course is the return of Bray Wyatt, I got to do my due diligence, and that is thank y'all. Thank you so much for making us a 5-star podcast on Apple Podcasts. We really appreciate it. But not only that, guys, you have kept us charted, not just here in the United States, but also internationally. I really want to take a second and make note of the fact that you guys have made us a top 50 podcast in Canada. Oh, Canada, our home and native land. We really appreciate y'all making us a top 50 professional wrestling podcast on Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much. Man, these downloads are coming heavy. I can tell that you guys really appreciated last week's episode with Mr. Broadway, Kindle Fire, and that was great. And just like Belle is telling you right now, we love you guys. We really do. You guys are making us making us blow up even more than what we was even thinking. And because you guys follow our journey, we truly appreciate y'all. And guys, if you want to get some great opinions, some great conversation, just hear the standpoint of professional wrestling from a more educated and elevated standpoint, head on over to the NWA's own, the Pope, Elijah Burke, as he has a wild relationship with up-and-coming professional wrestling manager, seen prevalently on NWA, seen on GCW. Yes, we love them so much, and that is the manager of champions, Pollo Del Mar, as they like, once again, their relationship is rough, but they make it work because it's entertaining and educational. You get that entertainment while you learn the craft of professional wrestling, and that's the Pope's point of view, and that is on Saturday, 9:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on all major podcasting platforms. And of course, head on over to www.prowrestlingtees.com/inyourhouse. Go ahead and get you a set shirt, get you an In Your House shirt, join the movement, come and join us, hop on this bandwagon that's been going on for almost 4 years, and we truly appreciate y'all's patronage and you guys following this journey here at In Your House. And speaking of journeys, I got to talk about a journey that's going on here at Friday Night SmackDown over on the WWE side of things. Like Bell said, make sure that you guys are getting the shirt. Heavy on the shirts, come on and bring it. But a journey that's going on that is restarting over on Friday Night SmackDown, and we saw it at Extreme Rules, as we saw the return of Bray Wyatt. But on Friday Night SmackDown, we got a chance to see the in-ring return, and the first time we've heard from him since his release, and that's Bray Wyatt. And I got to tell you, Bill, it was nothing on what I expected it to be.
He was very, very humble and compassionate, and
yeah,
this was a very out of character Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
But I think if I'm thinking about who Bray Wyatt is and what he wants to bring to a character, I'm thinking that this is all a ruse. Uh,
Yeah.
this is all a ruse. Like he's gonna flip on us, and I think I didn't hate the promo. I know in the group chat, like I was pretty much on the moderate side. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I thought that his level of openness and fourth wall breaking wasn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I know it was said that you know, it kind of takes away from the mystique of his character, and I don't know. I think there's time and energy for this that it's going to flip, and that we're looking at Bray Wyatt maybe battling himself,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what this coming back is him in a battle with himself, with the various versions of himself. So I think that I I have not lost hope in this. I think this is going to be really really good, and from if anything from what we seen and heard on Friday, like they're only going to give us a little bit, and then we got to keep on following that rabbit hole, keep on
Yep.
hopping in. So
And I like that. Like I definitely felt the emotion because I feel like even if he does swerve us from that promo on Friday night, I think that it was real. I think that those emotions, I think that what he was saying was real, and it was a chance for him to get it off his chest. But now, like you said, this is leading to something. I think we're gonna see him flip a switch. He got a chance to say what he actually felt on his mind and on his heart out there. And now, if you see, we got a chance to see what has now been trademarked as Uncle Howdy,
yeah,
um, coming in and abruptly ending the promo and also the show, which I loved that. Leave us on a cliffhanger, please. Like that was nice.
yeah,
Like and I think that we're gonna see a I think we're gonna see a swift turn in the mindset of Bray Wyatt. I think that we saw we saw him on Friday, and we saw that emotional side. We saw that raw, real side. Now I think the next time we see him, which I can only presume would be the next Friday's SmackDown, we're gonna see another side of him. I could definitely see him playing a character where he is as they would say, the Wyatt Six, and the Wyatt Six are different personalities that he has,
mm-hmm.
and things that he deals with. This could be a really this is something they have to really take care of. And now with that we have the regime that we have now, I think that they can, because this is going to be a I don't want to call it a gimmick, but this is going to be a character where we're very much firsthand going to be battling the different issues that come with mental health.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think that's kind of what Bray Wyatt is playing towards.
Well, even if you just look at it from a sense of the Wyatt six, you have Husky Harris, who is
Yep.
represented by Pig Boy,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Huskus the
Huskus, yeah,
pig.
yeah, Huskus the pig. Um, that that is a literal interpretation of a character that Bray played. Even
Yeah.
even the Vulture is a literal interpretation of
Yeah. Mercy.
mer-
Yep.
uh, of a character that Bray has played.
The
Rambling,
buzzards. Yep.
well, not even following or following the buzzard. The buzzard's name is Mercy, uh,
Yeah.
where Bray Wyatt's initial character was supposed to be based off of Waylon Mercy.
Oh
Um,
wow.
so um, so that's where that comes from. Even Rambling Rabbit, when he debuted on Raw and had these rambling promos that nobody really understood, but he was still so, uh, had so much conviction that you had to figure out what he was trying to say. And now we're still just trying to decipher these things. I think he's going to go through all the characters of himself, and
Yeah.
this is gonna be a journey. And I don't don't leave yet. Hold on, strap in, and I think he's gonna take you on a ride.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's exactly where we're going. Is a crazy ride that Bray Wyatt is going to take us on. I'm interested in this character. I'm interested to see where he goes next. And I think we talked a little bit about it. I believe in the group chat, or maybe it was in person when we saw each other at the merge. We really don't want to see Bray Wyatt chase a title because I don't think that that should be his motives. Any like anytime soon, especially if he's going to be battling himself.
I have one caveat to that. I didn't want the Fiend to chase a title, but if this is Bray Wyatt the man who battles himself, who, defeats all of his past demons, um goes through all that, then I'd like to see that man challenge for a title. And I think it would, hopefully, as long as everything goes well, it would probably be deserved in that manner. So,
Yeah,
just, holding out for that. Yeah, I didn't want to see Bray come in and just dominate everybody and win the championship. That's boring TV to me. Like, and I want to see more to that.
for sure.
Yeah,
We want more meat on that bone, man.
absolutely.
Like
No, I want a
you want,
sandwich. I don't want a sandwich. I want a
yeah,
sandwich.
man. Yep, like the one Shaggy and Scooby used to snack on,
Yeah,
big old tall sandwiches.
you already know I dig those.
Man, for real. All right, so Bray Wyatt is back. We're gonna see what he brings to the table as far as Friday Night SmackDown. I'm still hooked. I'm still ready to see what he does next. I'm not on the outs yet, and I'm in. Me myself, I'm enjoying the journey, and I think that's important to do when it comes to wrestling. To sometimes just kind of sit back, don't overanalyze it so much.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. And that really is today's generation, man. And I don't want to sound like the old guy, but I guess I'm going to kind of sound like the old guy. Is that they want that? Yeah, they want answers now, immediately, right then and there. But there is a
I
lure
understand now. I got
to
ADHD.
ran for. I get it. I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah,
But there is a lure to same. But there is a lure to waiting and seeing what happens and kind of seeing what the lead up is to these things that are happening,
yeah.
and and it's just better that way. You get more bang for your buck, and you know it. I mean, just to say, like,
It's just
you
like,
don't want to climax too early, man. You don't want to climax too early.
no, no. You know what the bet? Like, we're coming up on the holiday seasons, right? And
Yeah,
not to skip over spooky season or nothing like that, but my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving, right?
yeah,
Not for the namesake or anything like that, but I love to get together with my family. I love to cook. The best things about that is when your house starts smelling all good from all the different things that's cooking up, whether it be like some greens or some green beans, some macaroni and cheese,
yeah.
rolls, all that stuff, the turkey, the ham,
The
all of it.
stuffing.
You gotta sense all those flavors, right? Before you endure and enjoy those, right?
Yeah, yep,
Let all that shit soak in. Get
yep.
real ready with it, and then dig in. So just wait. We just need
Yeah, just
patience.
give it some time,
Yeah.
just let it breathe, let
Every
things breathe.
everything's on simmer right now. Just let it.
Yep, yep. Just enjoy it because it's gonna be great when it comes out. And this episode was great. It was a great episode, and I really enjoyed it, man. Another good conversation that I think the household is really gonna vibe with. They've been vibing with the last few episodes. Downloads been going up. The page has been going up. We really appreciate y'all's patronage. I know I say it a lot, probably gets on y'all's nerves, but I just want y'all to know that we do appreciate y'all stopping in, giving us a little bit of love, and rocking with all the fantastic work that Jushin and Bell and our buddy Brian is doing over on the In Your House page. We're looking to grow, we're looking to do more. We want to grow the YouTube, the podcast, stay steady, but lately downloads have been up, and we really appreciate y'all. We really, really, really love y'all. We really do. You can see what the curator is curating over there, and we do. And with that being said, because we do love you, we want to give y'all a chance to reciprocate that love. And with that being said, I got to give my man over here an opportunity to let the household know everywhere they could find the marvelous Mr. Bell, the curator of In Your House and the curator of the set.
Yo, in your house. I made it real simple for the household. I am at Curator Bell across all platforms. Made it really simple for all of y'all. See it just right there at Curator Bell. Boom. Um, but you can find me at In Your House, of course, right here at In Your House on the podcast. Make sure to check out the YouTube if you want to see the video version of this, and the audio version is always available. You can also find me sometimes at the Kokomo Press. Go check out the old podcasts. Maybe I might pop up on some new ones. You never know. I do what I want, right?
Yep.
Yeah, grown man. Yeah. But always just check out my page at Curator Bell. Make sure to check out the households page and know that I love you. I be curating because I care.
Hey, curator cares, and we care over here at In Your House. And with that being said, let me let you know where you can catch your director at, and that is at the Hollywood House on IG. That is at Hollywood House on Twitter, on Facebook. Check out all the stuff that we're doing over there with the set. I've posted a lot of pictures from the last Emerge show. A lot of controversy going on with the set, but we'll leave that for a later episode. Guys, make sure that you're following this great podcast that's In Your House across all of your social media platforms. That's Twitter, that's IG, that is Facebook, that is at In Your House, and that's HOWSC. And the W stands for work. So let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's all right. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. Hey, guys, it's going down in a couple of weeks. Heroes and Legends is coming back to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and your director will be riding with Drew Skills and Sam Knight. Head on over to www.prowrestlingtees.com/in your house. Go ahead and get this shirt so you can go ahead and get this work. And guys, we tell you this all the time. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone. Because the household, we still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week.
Paragon, I love you.
Peace.